Hi, it's Maggie the Irish Gypsy here to bring you your March 2021 general readings. We're looking at the first half of March, so from March 1st to the 15th. This reading is for the Earth sign of Capricorn. I hope everyone's doing well today, wherever you are. Thanks for taking the time to tune into this channel and for all your support, feedback, comments, donations, reaching out for personal readings. All welcome, all appreciated. Thank you. So this reading is for the Earth sign of Capricorn the first 2 weeks of March 2021. That's if your sun, moon, rising, or Venus is in Capricorn, or if you're cross-watching for Capricorn, it's all relevant. The energy fundamentally remains the same, although, of course, being general readings, how it resonates is going to vary from person to person. If you find that the reading does resonate with you and you would like to reach out for a personal reading, you can click on the description link below, click on that little arrow, which will pull down some information and contact details. You'll see my email address there. Feel free to email me directly, Maggie1McGuire @gmail.com. I'd be happy to hear from you. I do offer a wide variety of readings, and as I do readings full time, I'm pretty diligent about getting those personal readings set up as quickly as possible and working with everyone's schedule. So email me if you're interested. Okay, Capricorn, let's move right into your reading and see what the first 2 weeks of March 2021 look like for you. Okay, Capricorn, we begin with the Five of Cups, followed by the Sun. We have the Ace of Cups, followed by the Knight of Pentacles, the Nine of Cups, followed by the Magician, and from the bottom of the deck, we have the Moon, but I'm also going to take the second card, the Knight of Wands. That's your overall energy. Capricorn, I think this is a bit of a carryover from your last reading. For some of you, it looks like there might be some doubt or regret, perhaps about something, a decision that you've made or action that you took in some way. Particularly about how it's going to play out in the future if you acted too hastily. I mean, your overall energy is the Moon with the Knight of Wands. So the Moon can be a positive card, but I often find that the Moon represents, the Moon does connect with our deep kind of visceral sense of spirituality or intuition, but it's not entirely clear. Because, I like to say the Moon sheds light just like the sun does, although I believe it actually reflects the light of the sun. So it's not a light like the sun, which illuminates and lightens up everything. It's a weaker, shadowy light, and there can be a lot of shadows under the light of the Moon. And in those shadows, there's a sense of the unknown or vague kind of shapes and outlines that you might be afraid of because you don't know exactly what they are. So there is somewhat of a cloudy, fuzzy, sometimes, hidden fears because you don't know exactly everything that's there, even if you might feel pulled. I feel like you took action or made a decision in the recent past that you were perhaps afraid of or afraid that you acted hastily on, and now you're kind of sitting there going, well, I don't know, should I have done this or not, because, I felt like this was something I needed to do, but at the same time, I'm not exactly sure how it's going to work out. So, it feels like you might regret it. You might have some regrets about it or some fears about it because you don't know how it's going to play out in the future. I mean, what comes with the Moon is the Knight of Wands. who's the fastest of all of the knights because he's governed by the element of fire, which governs the element of wands. It's action oriented. And the Knight of Wands is the fastest. He's, knights are all about achieving their mission, their quest, rushing off to accomplish that, to deliver the results. And the Knight of Wands is the fastest of all of the most impulsive and spontaneous because he's just so fired up and enthusiastic and passionate about what he's going after. So there's a sense of a lack of clarity about perhaps whether you perhaps some of you are wondering if you made a decision or took action on something a little too rashly or a little too quickly, and if you're going to kind of regret that or not. It might be a bit of a mixed bag, because here we have the Five of Cups, which is a card that typically represents regret over something that is lost or that you don't have, or perhaps an action that you took. Although behind you are these two cups still upright and full, representing there are still things to be grateful for, still opportunities coming, even though you might have less than you did before, because the cups represent, a loss of something or a lack of something. But with the Five of Cups is the Sun. You have the Sun and the Moon both. The Sun brings light, love, warmth, laughter, clarity. Nothing is hidden with the Sun. And it also represents, an uplifting of restrictive energies. A loosening up of restrictive energies. Like if finances have been tight, it represents kind of a loosening up of that. Again, I feel like intuitively you feel like you made the right decision. Although as time goes on, there might be some challenges in regards to the decision you've made or the action you took that may cause you to periodically, question whether or not you made the right decision or not. But the only way through it is actually through it. And what I'm seeing here is that you can completely and will completely, totally manifest what it is that you want. Next we have the Ace of Cups. Aces represent a new beginning, a new opportunity for something. The Ace of Cups is the Ace of Water, the beginning of the heart opening up again, sometimes new love and romance. It's a new start that makes you feel very emotionally happy. It's also a card I'm feeling too is very intuitive. And with that, we have the Knight of Pentacles, another knight. The Knight of Pentacles is the Knight of Earth. That's the element which governs the Knight of Pentacles. And it's a slower, steady, step-by-step, tortoise wins the race rather than the hare, the rabbit kind of energy. The Knight of Pentacles is the slowest and the most cautious of all of the knights because actually you can see here he's this is the kind of knight that'll take a few steps and stop and look around, make sure everything's all right before proceeding. But he's the one knight that's guaranteed to accomplish his mission and quest. He's slower, but he's more steady, he's more reliable, he's more cautious, he's more detail-oriented. And Pentacles in the tarot usually points towards, because it's governed by the element of earth, it points towards things in our earthly, physical, day-to-day life structure. Money, finance, property, real estate assets, jobs, all of that kind of stuff. Things we can see and touch and feel. The things that bring us a physical sense of safety and security in our life. Even if it's long-term relationships, the efforts we put into acquiring and maintaining those things. Yeah, again, I'm getting this sense of I made a decision, I took action on something. And I feel like for a lot of you, this decision included something financial. And you did it so that you could have a new start at something. But you have worries about it. You have concerns about it. You wonder sometimes maybe if you acted too rashly or too hastily. But what you're striving for is within your grasp. It's something that you're definitely able to manifest this. We have here the Nine of Cups, which is the wish fulfillment card, the abundance card, getting what you want, having what you want to the point that you have enough to share. Your cups are overflowing with abundance. And with that, we have the Magician, the Manifester. The Magician is a card that represents success that comes from the combination of your own talents, what you're just naturally good at, along with your experience, your dedication, and your hard work. And putting all of those things together to physically manifest into reality the things that you want and hope for and dream about. It means that you have the ability to do that, and you have the experience in which to manifest whatever it is your wish fulfillment is. The Magician knows that it's not enough just to kind of sit cross-legged in your living room and envision all the ways in which you want your life to be better. You have to have that idea, that dream. You have to kind of work, on a mental and spiritual level to manifest that. But then you have to get up and go out in the world and do the hard work, and use your talents in order to actually manifest that into being. If the Magician decides that he wants to, be a doctor, he's going to figure out, okay, that's my long-term goal, so I need to go to school, I need to do all of these things in order to reach that, and so that's what he does. He knows that it's not enough just to visualize, you actually have to put the work into actually doing it. But it's a good sign that it showed up, Capricorn, because it represents that you have everything that you need in order to manifest whatever this is. I feel like for a lot of you, this is probably a continuation of something that you already started, a decision, action you took that you already started, but that you just find yourself getting into fear about it. It might be that the path you took, while you intuitively felt that it was the best path for you, it has some challenges on it, as just about everything does, but that you're well able to do this. This is within your control. So let's clarify. Let's clarify that Five of Cups, which is usually a card of regret or a card of what you no longer have. So, but you still have two cups behind you that are full. So if this is about some kind of, action or decision, whether it's financial or otherwise, you might have to, it may mean that you might have to go without something or some things for a while, but you're doing it for a purpose. You're doing it for a longer term goal here. It's like you have this goal, whatever your goal is in this thing. I mean, for those of you for whom this is your reading, you made a decision, you took action because you want a certain end outcome, whether it's, switching jobs or moving homes or making a decision to take on maybe a certain challenge or battle or something like that. So you want, the ultimate outcome is you want to be successful. You want to win. You want to overcome, right? Whatever the brass ring is for you. So you made a decision to start on this path. Well, everything comes at a cost. There are some sacrifices and maybe some denials you're going to have to make on the path to achieving that end outcome. And during those times where those challenges might be quite challenging, you might fall into periods of self-doubt. Did I do the right thing because I have to go without this thing for the time being, or I have to go through this stuff for the time being. But you're working, but the reason you made the decision is because you want to have a new start. You want to have a new beginning. You want to have an eventual uplifting of restrictions and more happiness and more freedom and your wish fulfillment, what your wish fulfillment is. It's kind of like if you want to, end up having a job and an income that, allows you to be really comfortable, but it's going to require you to have a certain type of education or training, or you're going to have to work for at a certain time on this certain path. There's going to have to be sacrifices and sometimes self-denial on that path in order for you to get to a place that you can have that comfort. It just takes some work and some sacrifice, and that's just kind of what I'm feeling here. So you might have to go without certain things for a certain time, but not to dwell on that. Because with the Five of Cups, if you spend too much time looking at what you have to go without or what you're denying or what no longer is, you actually miss out on the fact that you have two cups still upright and full, and that also represents opportunities as well. We had two cards pop out, the Magician again, so we have the Magician twice. So Capricorn, whatever the challenges you have to go through to achieve that end outcome, you are well able. You have everything that you need in order to do that. And the Five of Swords is a hard-won victory. It's winning at all costs. Whatever your your goal is, whatever victory is in this situation for you, whether it's financial victory or legal victory or even in love or relationships, it's not going to be easy, because he had to go through this battle and vanquish, conquer all his opponents or enemies, which might be people or just might be situations. But he has won. He won because he refused to lose. So he just kept fighting until he won. So this is definitely within your ability to accomplish. Let's clarify the Knight of Pentacles, because I feel like this is the path through. The Knight of Pentacles and the Magician is how you're going to accomplish this. Step by step, slow and steady, being cautious, not being spontaneous or impulsive anymore. If it's about a financial issue, the Knight of Pentacles doesn't spend rashly. He spends only what he needs to. He's not extravagant. Clarify the Knight of Pentacles. The Queen of Pentacles, there you are, Taurus, Virgo, Capricorn, Sun, Moon, or Rising, male or female. The Four of Pentacles, yes, holding on to, and this is clarifying the Knight of Pentacles. This is your way through. I feel like this is advice for a lot of you. The way through, to having what you want. I mean, you have the potential here. You've already started on the path here with the Ace of Cups, right? You've already made the decision. You've done the thing. So in the Ace is the potential of the 10, right? So the Ace of Cups has the potential to grow from the Ace, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, to the 10, which is the 10 of Cups, which is, the happy home card, the long-term stability and security, particularly love and harmony of the home and family. So the Ace of Cups is the beginning of that, the opportunity to get there. And how you get there is the Knight of Pentacles, slow, steady, cautious, detail-oriented, not impulsive, the Queen of Pentacles. She's the Queen of Pentacles. She started off as the Page of Pentacles, and she had to grow and mature and evolve and learn, particularly in the realm of the physical world, money, finance, property, managing things, being capable, practical, resourceful. And through the path that she walked, trial and error, making mistakes and succeeding as well, she's learned how to be on top of her game, slow, steady. The Four of Pentacles, it's sometimes called the Miser card. It represents holding on to what makes you feel safe and secure and not letting go of it unless it's absolutely necessary. It can mean very protective and guarded and sometimes very cheap. But if this is a financial issue, your way through this is to be economical, to be frugal, to be very smart and practical about your money. To, whenever you can, put little bits of money aside so you have a little bit of a safety net or a pad. If this is any other kind of issue, the Four of Pentacles represents paying attention to your security and your stability and not letting any of it go unless it's absolutely necessary. Paying attention to details, not giving everything away. For example, if this is a legal situation, this would be playing your cards kind of, actually literally kind of close to your chest. I'm not quite sure why that came out, but it must mean something to someone. But what you're on a path to success and victory in what you want. Although whatever that Nine of Cups is, of course, it's a general reading. It's going to mean different things to different people. So let's end with pulling some advice and guidance cards. What's the best way for Capricorn to navigate through this 2-week period of time? Advice and guidance for Capricorn. Cards got stuck for some reason there. The Nine of Swords, stress, anxiety, worry, insomnia, worry about an unknown future. This is a card that usually represents thinking about something in such an obsessive way that it just kind of hijacks your rational mind, fears that you have. What am I going to do if this happens? What am I going to do if this doesn't happen? What am I going to do if I can't do this? You know, and this is not advice. When this card comes out, it's about not doing that. It's about not thinking about something so obsessively and not thinking about it in the negative, in the worst possible outcome, you know. Oh, I'm working hard at this, but I'll probably fail and this will happen and my whole world will explode. Don't do that. I'm not going to tell you not to worry because you will anyway, but there's no need for this particular kind of obsessive negative worry. So trying not to pre-write the script, particularly in a negative way, towards an unknown future. You know, the fears come in and you need to kind of attack them with logic, with rational logic, and a positive outlook. Yes, I made a decision, which means that things are going to be tight or things might be kind of challenging in these ways. But the way through it is not the panic. The way through it is to be cautious, to be stable, and to do things step by step. 10 of Cups and the 6 of Cups. Focus on home, focus on family, focus on the long-term stability and security, particularly in an emotional way towards family, which probably is an indicator that for a lot of you, whatever the thing is that you want, whatever this 9 of Cups is, probably includes home and family for you, whatever that might mean, whether you have an actual family or not. It could be the home or the property itself. It could be the emotional harmony and balance of your home and family life as well. Kind of focusing on that, particularly as a way to, you know, when the fear of the unknown in this situation crops up, kind of focus on why you made the decision and why you took action in the first place. I did it so that myself and my home life and my family life can be better. Pulled 2 more cards, the 3 of Pentacles and the 7 of Pentacles. This is working together, compromise, negotiation, collaboration, working as a team, whether that's you and a partner in terms of a love partner, romance, boyfriend, girlfriend, husband, wife. It could be on a business venture. It could be whatever this situation is, it's working with the people that are there to help you or that are there to support you and have your back. The 7 of Pentacles is a card of reflection, contemplation, taking inventory, looking at the efforts you put into things and what you're getting back out of them and how to proceed based on that. If this is any kind of a financial matter or a legal matter, this is about being careful, looking at the work or that you've invested in this so far and not making hasty or impulsive decisions, making decisions that are rational and practical. Yes, I'd like to do this and I'd like to spend that and I'd like to buy this thing, but in the long term, it's not a good choice. So for now, I'm not going to do that. That kind of energy in terms of advice. Practical, being grounded, and that's who you are. You're an earth sign, Capricorn. Stable, solid, steady, reliable, wonderful work ethics, but being smart about the decisions you make, about the long-term security and stability, particularly around your home and family, and making sure that all the decisions you make are in the greater good of that. So Capricorn, that is your reading for the first half of March. I hope that you enjoyed it and found it helpful. Again, if any of these readings resonate with you and you'd like to reach out for a personal reading, click on the description link below for more information and contact details. Feel free to email me directly at Maggie1McGuire@gmail.com. I would be delighted to hear from you. Stay safe and well out there, and I hope to see you back here again in a couple of weeks when I do the March mid-month readings. Until then, I wish you much joy, peace, and harmony, and I hope to see you back here again soon. Bye-bye.